Nigeria may be blessed.
We shall quickly proceed with the NBA prayer, and for those who do not have that prayer by heart, it is contained on page 3 of the bulletin that you have. So I'll pray and then maybe you just chorus amen. Almighty God, our Creator, we pray you to be with us in all our deliberations and to direct our endeavors so that we shall continue in all humility to glorify thy name and do that which is right and just for our profession, its members, our fellow men and women, and our country. Amen. Thank you very much. You may now all be seated. Okay. So good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Before I go into taking recognitions of the eminent personalities gathered in this room for this august event this morning, permit me to introduce myself. My name is Chioma Onyenucheya Uko, and I'll be acting as your compere this morning, and working with me in this service will be Mr. Festus Ntong. You want to say hi to them?
Good morning, everyone, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be a co-host for this event. Welcome to the city of Abuja for this wonderful event. Please, a round of applause for yourselves for being around.
Before we get into the next item on the program, permit me to recognize properly the presence of the President of the Nigerian Bar Association, our very own Mazi Afam Osigwe, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. I'll take the names as I have them on the list. If perchance any of the persons I recognize is not yet in the room, please forgive me. We also have here Mr. Sebastian Anya, the first Vice President of the Nigerian Bar Association. Permit me to recognize the presence of Are Olumuyiwa Akimboro, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. When you want to applaud our distinguished personalities, can you please do that more generously? Thank you very much. Also here in the room is Chief Mrs. Victoria Olufumilayo Awomolo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. We have here with us Madam Zainab Hassan Ibrahim, Director, Federal High Court ADR Center. Also here with us is the chairperson of Mulan, chairman of Mulan, Al-Bashiru Liko. We have here Mr. Yemi Akambe, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Mrs. Irene Purple. A past regional vice president for FIDA International for Africa, Hajia Laraba Shuaibu. The MBA third vice president, Mrs. Zainab Garba. It's quite a long list. We will continue with recognitions shortly. My Lord, our keynote speaker, the Honorable Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court. My apologies, my Lord. We will continue with recognitions as the name comes to me, but please permit me to quickly invite for the opening remarks the chairman of the occasion, being Are Olumuyiwa Akimboro, Senior Advocate of Nigeria.
My president, the president of the last guest bar in Africa, Mercy Hafam Osigwe, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, my Lord, Honorable Justice Binta Nyako, the keynote speaker, Your Excellency, the immediate past governor of Bauchi State, the chairman of the Nigeria Bar Association Women's Forum, the executives of the Nigeria Bar Association here present, the executives of the Women's Forum, my sister that is looking at me straight into the eyes, Professor Folukadada, and also my other sister, I saw her just now, Oyinkan Badejo Okusanya. I've not been able to see my brother Yemi Akongbe, but I know he's somewhere in the hall. Our beautiful women of the Nigeria Bar Association, our supportive men that are here, senior advocates, whether you are a senior advocate or you are not a senior advocate, all the men that are the he for she that are here, I greet you. I don't know what actually qualified me to be the chairman of this occasion, but I think one thing that I know is that there is one position that me and the president are always contesting for, and that is who is the better ladies man. But today the Women's Forum has confirmed that I think the verdict today is that the women have chosen me as the ladies man of the NBA. My president, I'm sorry, I have to beat you at least to this one. So please take heart, try and understand. I don't know whether he has a tenure, but if it's not tenured, that means I'm going to be there for life. Thank you very much. When we are talking about women, what comes to mind is empowerment. And that takes us to the mistaken idols that women always, the pedestal we put ourselves, thinking that when you talk about women, it is empowerment. But the truth is that women are not objects of empowerment. They are the foundation of the society. They are, I think the people that created, founded this profession, that said that there is no woman or female at the bar, knows what they are talking about. What they are talking about really is equality. It's the fact that women are as good and even stronger than men in most situations. And I can tell you boldly that though we pride ourselves that we are strong, but they say that behind every successful man is a woman. The truth is that women are the inspiration of the society. They are the trailblazers in many, many, many areas. They are leaders and they are the visionaries. I want to say that I am overwhelmed today to see in this hall an array of very, very, very strong women that have taken the legal profession to an enviable height. Before us today, we have my Lord Justice Binta Yako, my auntie, Chief Mrs. Awumolo is here. These are icons for the legal profession, and they are women. And that is to tell all of us that are in this hall that because you are a woman does not mean that you are limited in any way. In fact, you are better positioned than everybody. You are the strength of the society. You are our mothers. And one good advantage that you have over us is that you are beautiful. No man is beautiful. So that makes you unstoppable. You are full of strength, of courage, of character, and matching it with beauty. There is nothing like having women behind you. I'm just here to make an opening remark and say that this bringing together women here is not because of fun only. It's to establish yourself and position yourself strongly in the profession. I want to encourage all of us that we should take full advantage of the opportunity we have today to network, listen to papers, take the best advantage of the opportunities you have here, and also understand that when you get back home, you need to raise more women. That I'm surprised that the gallery is not filled with women. You are actually more than us, men. So please encourage more women to participate in the affairs of the MBAWF. The chairman of the MBAWF, Adia Uwela, I want to congratulate you. For the past 3 days, you have brought women from across the country to Abuja. And though I've not been opportune to participate in all the activities, but I've heard that the activities have been packed. And I heard that yesterday you had the aerobics. So please, while you are enjoying, also take advantage of the environment and learn more. I thank you, and I want to say that here, to the strong women here, you are celebrated. And I want to also say that as the architect of the society, your rightful position is actually at the top. Take advantage of it, stand with each other, hold each other firm, and also encourage us, the men, so that we can be as strong as you. Sorry. I just want to confirm whether, I just try to confirm whether, as the chairman, part of my job is to declare this open, and I've just been told that I have the rare privilege to welcome all of you to Abuja, declare this conference open, and pray that as we have come here safely, we all return to our bases safely, and God will guide us through. Thank you very much, and cheers to all the strong women in this hall. Thank you.
When you want to applaud in the nature of the generosity of women, I expect that applause to represent us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Are Olumuyiwa Akimboro, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Always being an ally of the women for as far back as I can remember. That said, a certain lady wanted to obtain a divorce. You know, when marriage deteriorates to the point where it is where the differences are irreconcilable. And she was looking to get a female lawyer. And she was just so persistent that it must be a female lawyer. And then her friend asks, why exactly are you particular about getting a female lawyer? And the woman says, because I do not want to contravene the rule that says, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. So yes, you see the importance of women, yeah? When I recognized the past General Secretary of the NBA, I mistakenly omitted his first name. So permit me to properly do it this time. I want to recognize in our midst, Mr. Jonathan Tidy, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Also here with us is a former governor of Bauchi State, the first Makama Baba Bauchi, His Excellency, Mohammed Abubakar, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. I also see in the room a past chairperson of FIDA Abuja branch, Mrs. Ngozi Theresa Ikenga. You will not clap for my FIDA chairpersons like that. Thank you. That's more like it. We also have here my immediate predecessor in office, the immediate past chairperson of FIDA Abuja branch, Ms. Chibuzo Maureen Ngosu. I will now quickly go into inviting for his goodwill message to the Nigerian Bar Association Women Forum, the president of the largest bar. What's that? He said you should call the chairperson of the forum first. Okay. I have gotten an executive order has rearranged the order of the program, and I comply immediately, my president, sir. So, may I invite for her welcome address the chairperson of the MBA Women Forum, Mrs. Huela Muhammad Ibrahim.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. President, permit me to stand by the existing protocol. And it is with great pleasure, it is with great pride, joy, and profound sense of responsibility that I stand before you today as the chairperson of the Nigerian Bar Association Women Forum at this remarkable gathering to mark the 5th annual MBAWF conference. First, I want to extend my deepest appreciation to the organizers of this event for choosing a timely and critical theme from promise to action, achieving gender parity for lasting change. Today, we gather not just to celebrate the progress we have made, but to confront the challenges that still stand in the way of achieving true gender parity. We are here to acknowledge the promises made by governments, organizations, and individuals, and to ensure that these promises transformed into tangible action that can create lasting change for women, not just in Nigeria, but across the globe. As women in law, as women of influence, and as women committed to justice, equity, equality, we understand the weight of promises. Our profession, the legal field, is a powerful space where change can be catalyzed. But how far we have truly come, how many of the promises made have been fully realized. The truth is, while progress has been made in some areas, more in leadership, more women in leadership, more women in the bar, more women attaining the rank of silk, more women stepping into space of influence, there remains an urgent need to move from the realm of promise into realm of action. For years, we have been talking about the need for women to take up more space in decision-making bodies, to be given equal opportunities in the workplace, to have their voices heard in politics, business, and civil society. We've heard these promises echoed by government, international, and even within our own professional networks. But the question today is, where are the organizations? And even with, what are we doing to ensure this is done? Achieving gender parity is not an abstract concept. It is a daily commitment to creating an environment where women have equal access to resources, opportunities, and rights. Gender parity means equal representation, equal pay, and opportunities. It means dismantling the structure of inequalities and that have historically held women back. It means ensuring that women in the legal profession are not just presented, but are in leadership positions, driving policy, creating laws, and shaping the future of our society. So we in the Women Forum have taken this more seriously. We have been clamoring for drastic change in the legal profession, particularly for women attaining the rank of silks. So we need to put more hands on deck to see what we can do to push us further and also have that equal opportunity as men. And we at the Women Forum have also taken it upon ourselves to push in the sexual harassment policy that has been formed in the NBA Women Forum for the past 6 years. And we have started doing a number of advocacy visits on that. We have gotten the endorsement of the president. We are putting it forward, and the president is trying as much as he can to see how it can be incorporated to the legal practitioners, legal LPA, so that the sexual harassment policy would be put in place as it should. And another thing at the Women Forum, we are also working towards making sure that, I just discussed it with the president, and he laughed at me and said, "You Women Forum, we don't even know where you want to stop." I told him that this is our beginning. We are just starting, we haven't started. Because we looked at our colleagues in the workplaces. Women are mothers. We have colleagues that are nursing mothers that leave their children at home. Some have to take them to daycares. So we have started discussing with the president on how to, if we don't have a bill, of nursing, of creating crashes all across workplaces, we have proposed to do that. And at the Women Forum, we'll try as much as we can to see that that is made possible. Because our nursing mothers are really suffering. You will just give birth. You have just 3 months to be with your baby one-on-one. You have to leave your baby after 3 months. So we are encouraging and clamoring for every lawyer in Abuja, every lawyer across the country that has a law firm, to please make sure he has a creche for our colleagues that are nursing. So thank you very much, and thank you very, very much for our participants, all our participants that comes across the globe, across this country. Thank you very, very much.
Please, another round of applause for the chairperson of the MBA Women Forum, please. Sorry. Thank you so much, ma'am. Very quickly, Mr. Chairman, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, just before we proceed, I'd like to do some housekeeping. International standards demand that a conference of this nature, we have to do the housekeeping. And it's important that I mention that for this conference, there will be no fire drills. In the unlikely event that you hear the fire alarm, in the case of an emergency, we would be required to exit the hall in an orderly manner. We have emergency exits on my left and on my right, and then we also have emergency exits at the back. Again, it's in an unlikely event of an emergency, please. We also have restrooms at the back towards my right where the staircase is. In the event that you need to relieve yourself, towards the back on the right at the staircase. Thank you so much. We would also want to recognize more dignitaries in our midst, and at this time, please help me make welcome Hajia Fatima Kweku, who is a live bencher. A round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being around. Yes, we'd also want to recognize past national executives in our midst. We cannot take all the names at this time. Please, a round of applause for all the past national executives in our midst. The past chairmen of MBA branches worldwide who are here. Please, a round of applause for them. Past secretaries of MBA branches as well, please. A round of applause. Thank you so much. I'd also want to recognize the presence of Deputy Corps Commander Olushola Asobare. He's the Deputy Corps and Legal Advisor for the Federal Road Safety Commission. Please, a round of applause for him. Olushola Asobare, please. Thank you so much for being around. And at this time, please, I would like to invite for opening remark the chairperson of the Conference Planning Committee for this year's MBA Women Forum Conference. Please, a round of applause as I welcome Aisha Ado Abdullahi. A round of applause for her, please.
Mr. President, Leonard Silks, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and of course, the trailblazing members of the MBA Women Forum. It is an honor and privilege to stand before you today at this remarkable gathering of minds, passion, and purpose. This conference is not just a reminder, it's not just another event. It's not just another event. It is a call to action. I'm sorry, I think I need glasses. It is a call to action, a moment of reflection, and a catalyst for the transformation we seek in our society. The theme of this year's conference, From Promise to Action, Achieving Gender Parity for Lasting Change, speaks directly to the core of our collective struggles and responsibilities. For too long, we have discussed the need for gender equality, made commitments, and set ambitious goals. But now, the time for mere promises is over. The time for real, measurable, and lasting change is now. Despite the progress we have made, the reality remains that women, particularly in the legal profession, still face barriers to opportunities, leadership, positions, and fair representation. We see the disparity in pay, the challenges in work-life balance, the underrepresentation of women in decision-making roles. But we also see strong, resilient, capable women who have broken barriers and paved the way for others. The question before us here is, how do we translate these successes into a system-wide change that benefits all, women and men? Moving from promise to action, achieving gender parity requires deliberate, strategic, and sustained action. It means advocating for policy reforms. We must push for policies that promote equal opportunities, eliminate discrimination, and support women in their careers. This includes maternity and paternity policies, workplace protection, and leadership development programs. Mentorship and sponsorship. Women in leadership must actively support and uplift other women. That's one of the challenges that we have been struggling to deal with. Let us mentor young female lawyers, advocate for their growth, and create networks that help them succeed. Breaking cultural and structural barriers. Gender inequality is not just a workplace issue, it is embedded in societal norms. We must challenge biases, educate communities, and champion gender-sensitive policies in all sectors. Holding institutions accountable. It is not enough for organizations to pledge gender equality. They must be held accountable for implementing meaningful changes. Transparency in recruitment, promotion, and leadership selection is key. Empowering ourselves and others. As female lawyers, we must continuously seek excellence. Remember what Justice Amina Augi told us yesterday. Excellence is what we must seek. Embrace innovation and support one another. Together, we are stronger, and together, we can drive lasting change. A future of true equality. The journey to gender parity is not just about women. It is about justice, fairness, and the betterment of our society as a whole. When women thrive, families prosper, workplaces become more dynamic, and nations grow stronger. The Conference Planning Committee was given the task, under my leadership, of planning and executing a world-class conference that will focus discussions around the mandate of the Nigerian Bar Association Women Forum as it relates to the welfare, development, and general professional growth of female lawyers called to the Nigerian Bar. I am therefore delighted to inform you about what to expect during this meticulously planned conference. We are presenting to you a well-balanced and engaging coverage addressing the interests of members, including, but not limited to, exploring women's sustainable growth and economic development alongside leadership and governance skills in Nigeria, issues and prospects, health and well-being, addressing mental health challenges, effective methods of addressing sexual harassment, domestic and family obstacles to achieving healthy mental health, economic empowerment and livelihood, improving access to finance, which is very, very important, promoting entrepreneurship, and enhancing economic opportunities. Our resource persons have been carefully selected from our wealth of resources, bringing together erudite women and men of high repute who have excellently distinguished themselves in the legal profession and indeed other professions, to engage us in critical discussions with the aim of sharing insights, knowledge, and ideas towards proffering solutions to some of the burning issues that hinder the successful attainment of gender parity in the legal profession and beyond. From the event brochure, you will see the sessions and activities lined up for the entire two-day conference, which started yesterday. As we deliberate and engage in meaningful discussions, let us leave here with more than just inspiration, Let us leave with renewed commitments and a collective resolve to break barriers and drive lasting change. All work and no play makes lawyers boring. Well, Nigerian Bar Association members are not boring. You should have seen us last night. You should have seen our president last night. Therefore, despite the disparity of our coffers, of our accounts, despite the disparity there, well, compared to others, that's a reflection of the issues we are here to address. But of course, with the support of our very generous sponsors and supporters, we are able to include social and fun activities around the conference to make it more memorable. I will use this opportunity to thank the Nigerian Bar Association Women Forum for the opportunity to serve, to also sincerely appreciate my team, the Conference Planning Committee, including the local organizing committee. Also, to appreciate our esteemed resource persons. Some of them even had to travel to meet up with this conference. Our generous sponsors are sincerely and deeply appreciated, and indeed all participants for making this conference possible. May our efforts today set the foundation for a future where gender parity is not just a promise, but a reality. Thank you very much.
I want to welcome the next speaker for his goodwill message. The next person I'm welcoming is a barman at heart and in actions. He's a president with nothing. I don't think there's anything in his heart aside the welfare of lawyers in Nigeria. Now, please join me in welcoming our president, our very handsome president, for his goodwill message, Mazi Afam Osigwe, SAN.
As I join all of us in welcoming us to this year's NBA Women Forum Conference, I'll remind us what Melinda French Gates said. She said that a woman with a voice is a strong woman. And I know that the female lawyers would not only have a voice, but would show that they are strong. And we only show that we are strong by showing that as mothers, as sisters, that will build the home and will build the nation. And I will have a great role to play, not only in the NBA, but in the legal profession and in Nigeria. And that we should not settle for tokenism, that we must insist on our pride of place in the affairs of the bar. And that we must overcome whatever legal, political, or socio-cultural obstacles that stop women from greatly participating not only in the practice of their profession, but involvement in the affairs of the association. We can lament all we can about gender parity, but we must take positive steps to ensure that the gaps between the genders in the profession are bridged, so that women have as strong a voice in the profession as the men, so that they are able to have a place at the table and will contribute in building a strong, vibrant, and virile legal profession. It is sad that in 2025, we still lament about gender disparities. It is sad that in Nigeria, less than 5% of women occupy political positions, and the number keeps going down in the legislature and in the executive. This is our profession. The hand that rocks the cradle, that rocks the cradle, builds the nation, rules the nation, and women have a role to play. And we are here today to emphasize that. Many of our fathers, and I'm one, and I'm guilty of it, are absentee fathers. We see ourselves as persons who provide for the home, while the women ensure that the homework is done, and they play a lot And oftentimes, their contribution to the building of a home and a nation is not well appreciated. And I'm confident that the conversations today will not only be for talk and for communique, but will galvanize action. We must look beautiful, and we must also take beautiful actions to ensure that the legal profession wakes up from its doldrums and that both men and women have a great role to play. And I join the chair of the Council of the MBA Women Forum in welcoming all of us, and also welcome our speakers and all our guests, and to say, may this be the beginning of the change we've been clamoring for. Thank you all so very much.
Please, another round of applause for the MBA president. Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause until he takes his seat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would listen to the keynote address for this event, and as a way of reminder that the theme of this year's conference is From Promise to Action, Achieving Gender Parity for Lasting Change. And I'd like to introduce our keynote presenter today, the Honorable Justice Binta Nyako. Honorable Justice Binta Nyako is a judge of the Federal High Court of Nigeria. She is the current president of the International Association of Women Judges. She has also served as the president of Nigeria's National Association of Women Judges. Justice Binta Nyako served as a state counsel in the Ministry of Justice of Katsina State from 1983 to 1993, eventually becoming the Solicitor General of the state in 1989. Between 1994 and 1996, she was the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Katsina State. She has been a judge of the Federal High Court of Nigeria since July 2000, making her one of its longest-serving judges. Please, a round of applause as we welcome the Honorable Justice Binta Nyako.
I'm going to crave your indulgence to stand on existing protocols. As you know, on the bench, we don't have any protocol. You just come in and you read your judgment, irrespective of who is there. But let me recognize the president of the Nigerian Bar Association and also the chairperson of the Women chapter of the Bar Association. I must also recognize my friend and my sister, Mrs. Awomolo SAN, and Wendy Koko, my little sister, or in fact, she wants to be little sister, but she's more of a daughter. I'm tempted to say that I adopt all that has been said before I came up as my keynote address. But I would like to share a joke with you, because somebody mentioned the woman who wanted a female lawyer to represent her. I'll tell you, a very good family friend of ours had a divorce proceeding in Germany. And his fear was that the first time the case was called up, the wife, first of all, they had a jury selection. And out of 10, they had 8 women. The woman had a female lawyer. The judge was female. As they called the case, the wife got up and burst into tears. And the judge said, "You have traumatized her so much that she cannot even stand her trial. We adjourn we stand the matter down for an hour for her to calm down. The man came out and said he succumbs and he accepts whatever terms she wants because he has already seen that he has lost the case.